The science of subconscious programming. The human mind is constantly being programmed by external influences, often through emotional branding in media. By understanding how this process works, you can move from being a passive viewer to an active director of your own reality. The power of trance. High suggestibility occurs when you move beyond the analytical mind and enter alpha or theta brainwave states. The emotional stimulus. Strong emotions, whether fear from a commercial or inspiration from a song, act as a doorway to the subconscious. The subconscious recorder. Once the analytical mind is bypassed, the subconscious records information like a video recorder, creating internal programs that dictate your biological and emotional responses. The director's toolkit. To reverse negative conditioning, you can utilize two primary technologies designed to induce trance and imprint a new vision of the future. The kaleidoscope. This visual tool uses complex, evolving geometric patterns to mesmerize the viewer. It helps you sustain an open-eyed trance state, making your brain highly receptive to new information. Mind movies. This is a dynamic, 21st century version of a vision board. It combines a personal soundtrack with specific images and affirmations of the life you want to create. Memory of the future. By pairing powerful imagery with elevated emotions, you create long-term memories of events that haven't happened yet. This process is not just psychological, it is a biological transformation. Gene signaling. When your body feels the emotions of your future movie, it begins to signal new genes and change your biology to match that future state. Neural architecture. Repeatedly watching your mind movie installs the neural hardware necessary for you to recognize and act upon opportunities when they appear in your life. Energy and intention. Where you place your attention is where your energy flows. By falling in love with your vision, you align your energy with a new destiny. Introduction. The motion picture of your future. Imagine a technology that doesn't just display a story on a screen, but serves as a blueprint for your reality. This is the concept of a mind movie, a dynamic, personalized motion picture of your future. Unlike static vision boards of the past, these digital films combine high-energy music, vivid imagery of your goals, and specific written affirmations to create a powerful sensory experience. Today, creators can innovate in this space by using advanced tools to bypass the analytical mind, the part of our brain that often tells us our dreams are impossible. By utilizing these technologies, you can move from being a spectator of media to a conscious director of your own life's script. The problem, the invisible programming. The challenge for modern creators and individuals alike is that we are constantly being programmed by external media without even realizing it. The mechanics of conditioning. The trap of lack. Most advertising is designed to make you feel a sense of separation or lack, suggesting you need something outside of yourself to feel whole. Emotional hijacking. Commercials often use shocking or grotesque imagery to trigger a strong emotional response. This shift in your internal state causes you to pay closer attention to the source of the disruption, bypassing the filter. When an advertisement shocks or confuses you, it opens a doorway between your conscious and subconscious mind. In this state of high suggestibility, the information slips past your analytical thinking and is recorded directly into your brain like a video file, weakening the system. If you are repeatedly exposed to messages of fear, such as being told your immune system weakens with age, your autonomic nervous system, ANS, may actually begin to carry out those orders, biologically weakening your internal defenses. Routine and survival. Most people live in a perpetual state of busyness and survival emotions, which keeps them hardwired to their past routines and prevents them from believing in their ability to change. The true climax of this technological evolution is the moment the barrier between the screen and the self completely dissolves. By moving beyond traditional observation, creators now use immersive mind movie technology to engage in a form of biological storytelling that overrides years of negative conditioning. AI-driven affirmations and visuals. Just as commercials use emotional branding to capture attention, creators use personalized imagery and specific written suggestions to open the doorway between the conscious and subconscious mind. The kaleidoscope as virtual production. This technology acts as a gateway to the unknown. By staring into complex, fractal geometric patterns, the brain enters an alpha or theta trance state with eyes open. This mimics a high-tech sensory overload that pauses the analytical mind, making the brain more plastic and suggestible. Interactive neural architecture. When a student adds sensory details to their future movie, smelling the scent of a new car or hearing distant bells, they are not just imagining, they are dimensionalizing the experience. This turns on the brain's neural architecture, making the virtual experience feel more real than the external environment. The key moment of empowerment occurs when the creator's biology begins to mirror their vision. Autonomic programming. Once the suggestions reach the autonomic nervous system, it begins making chemical changes in the body that align with the movie. Memory of the future. By pairing a motivational soundtrack with these interactive narratives, the creator produces a long-term memory of their future before it has even happened, shattering the analytical mind. These tools allow creators to bypass the "how is this possible" thoughts that typically derail innovation. Instead of analyzing the data, the brain accepts and surrenders to the new information as a current reality. The final scene, engineering a new reality. To understand the transformative power of these tools, consider the real-world success of Natalie and Glenn Ledwell, the founders of Mind Movie Technology. Faced with the 2008 global financial crisis and $120,000 in credit card debt, they used their own software to stay focused on a vision of a $1 million launch. Despite technical failures and a collapsing economy, they repeatedly watched their mind movie to de-stress and align their energy. By the end of their launch, they had grossed over $700,000, eventually reaching their $1 million goal due to a favorable shift in exchange rates, a synchronicity they attribute to their daily mental rehearsals. Imagine a creator named Sarah who is struggling with a chronic illness. In the old world, she is bombarded by late-night commercials, telling her that her immune system is weakening and that she is a victim of her biology. In the future of cinema, Sarah directs her own recovery. The trance induction. Sarah sits in a dark room as melatonin levels rise, increasing her suggestibility. She stares into the kaleidoscope, its fractal patterns slowing her brain waves from beta to alpha and theta. Her analytical mind, the voice saying, "I'm sick," is silenced as she enters a highly receptive state. The mind movie. She watches her personalized motion picture. It isn't just a video, it's a sensory experience. To a soundtrack that triggers deep inspiration, she sees images of her body running on a beach and a doctor telling her she is perfectly healthy. Dimensionalizing the future. Sarah begins to smell the salt air and feel the wind in her hair. She hears the rhythm of her own feet hitting the sand. The biological shift. Because her brain cannot distinguish between the external world and her vivid internal imagery, it begins to signal new genes. Her autonomic nervous system takes the orders from her movie and begins making chemical changes to strengthen her immune system. The motion pictures of the future represent a shift from being programmed by fear to programming ourselves for unlimited potential. By using these tools, we move beyond the analytical mind and the survival emotions of the past. The tools. The kaleidoscope induces trance, while mind movies provide the blueprint for change. The method. Pairing elevated emotions with clear intentions creates future memories. The result. Where attention goes, energy flows, leading to a life defined by design rather than default. The power to shape your reality has moved from the hands of the advertisers to the palms of your own hands. By utilizing these emerging technologies, you can move from being a passive participant in someone else's programming to becoming the conscious creator of your own dream cinematic experience. Explore the tools. Begin using mind movies and kaleidoscopes to bypass your analytical mind and open the door to your subconscious. Select your soundtrack. Pick a song that motivates you so deeply it pulls you out of your current state and connects you to the energy of your future. Script your success. Draft your own specific affirmations and pair them with vivid imagery to create long-term memories of the life you want to lead. Consistency is key. Watch your personalized movie daily, especially first thing in the morning and right before bed, to program your autonomic nervous system while your brain is most suggestible. The possibilities for these motion pictures of the future are truly infinite. We want to hear how you are innovating in this space. Share your vision. Drop a comment below with your own futuristic film ideas or the specific goals you are currently directing into your life. Subscribe for more. Stay at the forefront of filmmaking and biological innovation by subscribing to our channel for more deep dives into how technology is democratizing the human experience.